Switchy, there's something different about you. You part Pitbull? Going on, everybody? How are y'all doing? Hit you dudes with an early morning video. Your boy has a busy day today. But before we get started with this news item, if you want to join a great Nintendo Switch gaming community, had a blast playing Doom on the Switch with the sponsors yesterday. Become a sponsor on patreon.com/Obi1Plays and giving away free $10 eShop digital codes to every new sponsor. What's up, dudes coming into the chat? Kelvin, Hugo, Matthew, Krishay, Ken Quash. What's up, dudes? All right. Eurogamer. Do y'all know who Eurogamer is? If you don't know who Eurogamer is, you've been living under a rock. They were the ones who correctly leaked the Switch. When they first leaked it, dudes were like, I remember that whole drama where they leaked that there was 2 Joy-Cons on a controller, a little system. Dudes are like, ain't nowhere in the world Nintendo's doing that. But Eurogamer, I kept saying, they're not some bootleg mom and pop shop, a random website. They have legitimacy and credibility in the video game world. And so this same Eurogamer that's leaked after leak after leak, been correct so many times. Now, this isn't coming from one of their sources. They are just based on gathering the information of the current Switch hardware. This is what they are, I want to say, anticipating for the future. They just did a video and they are saying that the Nintendo Switch, they're anticipating new hardware, and I think this is quoted from Tom, whatever his name is, in the not too distant future, a Nintendo Switch upgrade. Now, what kind of upgrade are we talking about? They are saying specifically with the Tegra X2 chip. Now, I remember when the Switch was about to be launched, before it got launched and we had the specs finalized, a lot of dudes were actually hoping that, because by this time the Tegra X2 was just introduced onto the market, and a lot of dudes were hoping that the X2 would be in fact be the chip that the current Switch would run on. And I always said, I don't think so. Just the fact that it's a brand new chip and it would have been expensive for Nintendo to mass produce this, and Nintendo's always known as for selling their hardware as a profit. They want to have a low price and selling in good numbers, and the gamble paid off for Nintendo. They went with the older Tegra X1 model, and what's going on right now, the Switch is selling in gangbusters at a reasonable price point. $300 for a sleek system. I always get my Switch whenever I'm talking about it. It's just so sleek. For a sleek handheld, look how thin this is, and this thing packs a wallop relative to its size, the power. And so, the Tegra X2 has been in development for a couple years now, and so if Nintendo wait like they've done, the chip would be cheaper to mass produce. Now, Eurogamer continues to say some interesting stuff, and I'm pulling this up from their video. They are saying that the Tegra X2 runs on, and I'm not a tech dude. Do not come to this channel to be enlightened on technology. Come to this channel for craziness. That's it. That's it. But they did say that the Tegra X2 runs on a 16 nanometer FinFET process, which is the same process that the PlayStation 4 Pro and the Xbox One X runs on. And so they are talking like this would be a significant leap from what the Switch currently has. Now, I know some of you dudes are like, looking at, you just unbox your brand new Switch, them pink and neon Joy-Cons, and you're like, Obi-Wan, you're talking about a brand new Switch? But I just bought my Switch. I just bought a brand new Switch. How can Nintendo do this to me? Now, I don't think it's going to happen this year. I really don't even think this is going to happen next year, 2019. I think it's too soon. We might see the next hardware revision we see with the Switch would be cosmetic. I don't think they're going to do anything with the processors within the next year or so. If next year we might see a Switch Mini or Switch XL, that's possible. But as far as a beefier processor, I think that's going to come 2020 the earliest. Why? Nintendo would burn a lot of customers at this point. But it's not a matter of if. It's simply a matter of when. It is going to happen. Couple reasons why. First, Nintendo's history. With the DS, we got a DSi with slightly better processing power. With the 3DS, we got the new 3DS XL. I don't know what Nintendo's thinking naming their systems. The new 3DS XL, slightly better processor. Now, with this Tegra X2, it would be a larger jump in processing power than those two previous handhelds. But I do think, just based on Nintendo's history, they're going to do the same thing with the Switch. Also, another reason why I really think this is going to happen, Tony in the main chat said something over a Nintendo Switch XL with Tegra X2. Who knows? But I don't know if it's going to be a larger one. They could probably pack, because I think the chip is, they could pack the chip in the same size. But another reason why I think this is going to happen, we're in the age of this console generation has been mixed and commingled and blurred to where there's no outright new generation of consoles. There have been iterative updates and upgrades to current hardware. We went from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 4 Pro. Not a true leap in generation, but iterative hardware update. The Xbox One S to the Xbox One X still plays the same games, but more powerful system. Consoles, home consoles have adopted the iPhone model. Check out my wife. She's bad to the bone. All right, but hardware consoles have adopted the phone model, where from the iPhone 6 to iPhone 7, not a gigantic leap, but a slightly better processor. And I think Nintendo is going that same route. I think this is the future of video games until everything goes digital, which is going to happen eventually. It's going to happen. Mark my words. But until then, we're going to just have iterative. A couple reasons why. There's not that big of a gamble with completely rehauling your system's infrastructure, and you are still appealing to third-party developers where they feel safe that their games will be backwards compatible through all systems. So, for example, if you have a PlayStation 4 Pro, it plays the same games as the PlayStation 4. So, the games will run across all systems. I think with the Tegra X2, if you have the original Switch model, you won't get burned. Nintendo's going to make it so all the same games, whenever the next Zelda game comes out, it's going to be able to run. It'll run better on the new Switch, probably 4K. I don't know, 4K. I don't know if it's going to be 4K. at least 1080p, 60 frames per second. But hey, you still got the Switch. It runs at 1080p, 30 frames per second, or 720p, 60 frames per second. The same games, just performance will be different. And so, let me read what one of the sponsors saying, the homie Rarity, Super Saiyan Pony. He said the reason they are upgrading the chip is because people have been hacking and modding the kernel. Nintendo's been paying people to mod the system. I think that's part of the reason. But as far as giving it more power, I think that's just to keep up with game development. But I think as far as upgrading the software and technology for mods and hacks, that's happening behind the scenes. Who knows? The Switch you buy tomorrow, it may be that run the same exact games, but just have better hack-proof software or something on it. But as far as more power, I think that's just to keep up with technology, so Nintendo isn't far behind. Because I say this, man, I know some of you dudes don't believe me, but I have Doom on my Switch, and I have Doom on my Xbox One X. And I didn't see that big of a difference, very little difference between the two. Nintendo has done an incredible job. When developers really maximize and utilize the system well, you can do amazing stuff with this piece of hardware. And so, dudes, that's it for this video. Let me say what's up to Kyrie. I see Kyrie in the voice chat. What's up, Kyrie? Can you hear me, bro? Nope, he's not here. All right, so dudes, that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on Eurogamer talking about the new upgraded Tegra X2 NVIDIA processor on the Switch? Sound off in the comment section below. I want to know. But before you go, bro, click that subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo. Peace. I found Switchy's mom, and she wears green glasses.